Hey guys, what's up? DuffsJ117 here, back on Fallout 4, and today I'm going to be showing you all of the new items that came with the brand new Wasteland Workshop DLC. This DLC is really cheap. It's about $5 US, 4 pounds, about 8 New Zealand dollars. So it's super cheap. If you haven't got it already, definitely recommend it because it's so good for building in Fallout 4. So as you can see right here, the first of the new things is the concrete structuring. So right here I'm placing all the floors down. We have curved ones, we have triangle ones, sort of see-through ones, and then the normal foundations as well, which are pretty much already in the game. Now for the walls here, you got your normal flat wall, you have your doorway, then you have two sort of windowy type ones, got a curved wall, and then these upper types there. You've got the new roofs, and then we have these new concrete steps, which are so useful. I've used them so many times, and then you also have the smaller stairs. Then we also have these new railings, which are pretty good as well. Now there's a couple of new doorways, which are the powered doorways, and these basically you can make them so they are always open, or you can have them so they open when you're near them just by using some pretty complex wiring. As well as the wooden one there, you have the concrete ones too. And then next up we have the buses. So you've got a sort of school bus one, then you have a kind of more casual one which you can place, and you can build stuff inside of these as well. And then we also have the trailer, which is a nice red and black. So next up we have all of the new mounted creature heads you can get. So it ranges from cat heads, deathclaw heads, Yalgai heads, mutant hound heads, even feral ghoul heads. You know, you can get stuff for the Milo Queen, Milo Hunters, Milo King, all sorts. It's all available, but only if you have, you know, the meat of these things, and sometimes the hide is required too. Next we have these new little signs, like for instance ammo, armor, weapons, chems, which you can place on your boxes just so you know where stuff is stored. And then we also have all of the numbers in the same sort of lettering, as well as the letters, and these all snap together just to make it super easy to write sort of whatever you want on your boxes. So next up here we can now build campfires, also the little candles, which is really cool. We can also build cat bowls if we want, and then we can also build the fire barrel, which is a really nice feature to any settlement. We also have the oil lamp, as well as a few street lamps. The first one here, which is sort of the oil lamp post. And then we also have these nice candles which you can attach to the wall mount. So next up we have a new generator. The fusion generator gives you 100 power, super small, super quiet, need to be rank 4 in science, and it uses up a heck of a lot of materials. So if you have them, it should be no problem. Definitely recommend it over using any other types of generators. Now in lighting, first of all we have these cage wall lights, which I guess you use to put inside the cages, I don't know. Then we have the street lights, as I mentioned before. So you have 3 different types here. You've got this kind of small circular one, and then you have these 2 really tall ones, just like you kind of see around the world today. And then we also have the traffic light, which is a pretty cool feature. And then we have the blue table lamp, as well as the yellow table lamp, which work really well on little bedside tables or anything like that inside of your buildings. Next up we have these new sort of modern lights. We have the ceiling light, and then 2 variations of the wall light, which are really nice inside of the concrete houses. And then we also have the fancy wall light, so we have a double and a singular one. Then we have the strings of light, which don't work too well in the ceiling I have for this little building here, but for other buildings they work really well. And then we also have these sort of fluorescent lights, like you see in schools and such. And then we have the subway lights, which is the same sort of thing, but a wall mount. And then we have these track lights, which are kind of little lights, like you see in the slog by the pool. You get them for the walls as a bunch, or just singular, and you can also get singular on the ground too. So next up, over to the power section now, we have small light boxes to make even better pixel art. And then we have, I think this is new, the oversized Nixie tube, Not too sure what that's for exactly, but I'm sure it'll be good to make all sorts of power awesomeness. Then we have the decontamination arch, which basically when you walk through it, cleans all radiation. Next up we have these new neon letters, so you have white, red, blue, yellow, purple, orange, all sorts of different colours. You got all the letters, you even have exclamation marks and speech marks and stuff, as well as all the numbers. And then we also have this open sign, which they already made for us, which is pretty nice. So next up, for all the new traps, first of all we have a trapdoor, one we did not see in the trailer. This is going to be so cool. You be able to make like little hidden bases and stuff with this if you wanted to, or just use it as defense, you know, when you're trying to get into your settlements. Then we also have the spring traps, so you have a pressure plated one and then a powered one. So basically I'll demonstrate it here. Once you step on it, that will come up and stab you. We also have the saw blade trap, which was featured in the trailer. Pretty cool, the thing just goes along that line. And then we also have the spike trap, so when you stand on it, you know, it's got pressure plates and spikes will come up. We also have a new water sort of pump, which is one to put in dirt, so you can use that in settlements which have no water source, so that is pretty cool. And then we also have the new dirt pots, which you can put all of your food in, which are going to be really useful for settlements that have no dirt. For example, the Mechanist lair, for some reason it doesn't let us place water pumps in them. I don't know why, so you kind of can't have that much water in the Mechanist lair, only 3, maybe that'll be enough for some people though. Moving on, we have all the cages now, so you have small cages, medium cages and large cages. So for the small ones you've got the likes of the cat cage, dog cage, mole rat cage and the mutant hound cage. In the medium category you've got stuff like the feral ghoul, the gorilla, the gunner, the raider, all sorts of stuff like that, even super mutants. Sort of how it works, some of these enemies which usually wouldn't attack you if you found them randomly in the wasteland, they will never be hostile to you. For example, cats. Then if you have stuff like raiders and deathclaws, or not deathclaws, raiders, super mutants and gunners, always hostile to you no matter what. And then stuff like deathclaws can be made non-hostile with the beam emitters. So next up here we have these arena contestant stuff. So basically you can assign settlers to them, which means they will fight other people assigned to the other one, or you can just put that in arena, assign a settler to it, they'll go there, and then when you release a deathclaw or whatever you want, then they will fight that deathclaw. You can also do this with companions if you don't want your settlers to die, because they can. Although it would be pretty cool to see Marcy Long fighting Mama Murphy or something like that. It'd be really good if you could actually get rid of them that way. So here we have the beta wave emitter. You need Animal Friend and then that other perk at rank 9 of Charisma to be able to build it. Basically it makes the likes of Deathclaws, Yalgai, Mutant Hounds, stuff like that non-hostile when it's powered. When it's powered off, they become hostile again. And finally here we have the quitting time siren. Basically when you ring this, any settlers that are fighting on those sort of pads or whatever, stop fighting. So yeah, that is pretty much everything that has been added in the Wasteland Workshop DLC. There'll be patch notes coming out soon, so I might make a video on those as well. Sadly, there's still a build limit in settlements, don't know why they haven't removed that, so stupid. But that is basically it for this video guys, so thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next vid. Yeah.